Hey guys, welcome back to my journey. As we just entered the holy month of Ramadan, which is the 9th month of the Islamic calendar, Muslims around the world are required to fast for 29 or 30 days and dedicate themselves into worshipping God. So I thought this is the perfect time to share with you my top tips on how to study effectively during Ramadan without missing sleep and eventually gaining blessings during this holy month. If you're new here, my name is Fatima. I am a mom of two, a student entrepreneur, and I make videos on my journey and share useful tips along the way. So please consider subscribing. We're gonna talk about 5 aspects and give tips on each of them that are gonna help us gain balance between successful study, sleep, and worship. The first aspect I'm gonna talk about is reflection. I'm calling this reflection because it involves 3 spiritual parts: intention, gratitude, and prayers. Let's start with intention because everything in Islam should start with a good intention. The first ayah that descended of the Quran was read. We are always encouraged to learn, to expand our knowledge. So to me, learning anything beneficial is an act of worship if you set your intentions right. So make the intention to learn in order to please Allah, to learn so that you are qualified for helping others in your expertise. And anyway, as Muslim, we should start everything with a very good intention. And now let's talk about gratitude. I have recently started practicing this, and let me tell you, this has tremendously changed my perspective of things. I am happier and see difficulties on a different angle. I know it might be hard on difficult situations to feel grateful for anything, but it is important to remember that we have so many things that we need to be grateful for. The fact that we wake up in the morning, the fact that we are able to witness this holy month again when so many others did not make it, the fact that we are able to attend education, because there are millions out there who would have loved to access education but unfortunately don't have the opportunity. I was in this case just recently when I was not qualified for student finance, therefore could not access higher education. So this in general should boost our productivity. And now I'm gonna talk about praying. Raise your hand and pray God for guidance. Pray that He make it easy for you so that you understand your subject much easier and do well in exam. And also pray that He put blessings on the subject that you are studying so that you are able to have your dream job, provide for your family and the needy, and don't study in vain. So before starting to study, take a minute to formulate your intention, reflect on your blessings, and be grateful for the opportunities you have, and make duas about your studies. The second aspect we're going to talk about is organization, flexible planning. Figure out what works for you. At what time do you have more energy, therefore more productive, and use that time wisely to tackle difficult subjects. If you are more productive when you have access to food and water, plan your studies after iftar. But if you are able to study during the day, this is also perfect because you don't have the distraction of food and water. A typical day if I'm not working in the morning is getting up at 1 p.m. to pray Dhuhr and reading Quran for a bit, and then starting on my studies. I will study until around 5 and then go to pray Asr. After Asr, I will again read Quran for a bit and then go back on my studies if I'm not cooking that day. 1 hour before iftar, I will come down, start heating the food and prepping for Maghrib. After iftar, I will enjoy time with my family, relax and pray. At around 11 p.m, I will go back on my studies and study up to around 3 a.m. I will then have suhoor, wait for Fajr, pray, and then go to bed. So be flexible and play with your schedule and see what works for you. I bought this Ramadan Journal on Amazon, but let me tell you, this is the most beneficial book I ever bought. It has everything from duas to reminders. It is a daily reminder of what you should do each day during the month of Ramadan. So this will be very beneficial for your Ramadan. I also have this daily wisdom that one of my friends recommended. But oh my god, this is amazing. It got shortcut from the Quran, explained in plain English so that you can understand it. And there is 365 quotes for each day. So this is also amazing. I suggest that you buy this on Amazon. Really, this is the best thing I ever bought. I will leave the link on the description down below so that you can check it out. Now the third aspect, discipline. Ramadan is all about intention and discipline. So are our studies. So pushing yourself a bit harder than you think you are capable of. Even if you don't feel like a discipline leads to success. It is so easy to say because we are fasting, we are too tired, we don't have the energy to study during the day and report it at night. But after iftar, we will again be tired and report it the next day. Therefore, the day have just gone wasted. So remember that so many others are doing it. Millions of people are fasting and studying during Ramadan. Therefore, you are not alone. Let's not be led by motivation, but by discipline. The fourth aspect is food. When it's time to break your fast, don't think of compensating everything you have not eaten during the day, but eat light and healthy food and stay hydrated. This will reduce fatigue and help you concentrate properly on your studies. I also suggest that you meal prep so you don't have to cook every day. And I know it is really tempting to miss suhoor, but please don't. Even if it's only having date and water or milk. It is in fact a sunnah of our beloved Prophet. And the fifth and final aspect is break. Take a break if you feel like it. Waking up at night to pray or eat can really be tiring. So take a break, have a nap to recharge and go back on your studies. A little recap of what we talked about is reflection, which is formulating your intention, being grateful, and making du'as for your studies. We also talked about being flexible on your organization and also being disciplined with yourself. We then talked about eating healthy and light, meal prepping, and not missing suhoor. And lastly, I suggested that you take a break if you are tired. If you like the content, please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a blessed Ramadan and wishing you all the success that you need.